Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things. I have a Slimline Sunday project to share with you. This is a swap created by Debbie Holland of debspapertrail.com. I will have her website up on my blog. And this is a very nice card. What I was most impressed with when we were doing the swaps, these were finished swaps, by the way. This envelope caught my eye. I could tell when she handed it to me that it was a lovely envelope. It is, she either made it with the shimmer paper or she bought it, one of the two. This feels lovely and heavy, and it has a hand-cut piece of the Pansy patch DSP. The card is Pansy patch paper with Sunny Sentiment on Stitched So Sweetly labels. These are two labels that you get in the nested set, and they go very nicely together, as you can see. The only things about this card that I would love to do today with you is I would love to add some white baker's twine along the bottom of the V border. I will say I have ordered this border set. It is coming. In fact, it has arrived. It is at the next place we are going to stay, which is not too far from here. So I will be running up there tomorrow to pick it up. So one of the problems with being on the road is when I create orders, I am very limited as to the time of year, and depending on our travel plans, I can go a pretty long time without being able to get anything. So the next place we're at, I was able to kind of pre-send it there knowing it would be safe and that it wouldn't be turned away. A lot of places you stay at when you travel, you can't send something if you're not there yet. So you really need to make sure that it is okay for you to pre-send items there. So I'm very excited because this will be my only order through the end of the year. And then I may be able to do a pre-order at the end of December for a place we're staying in January. So that's just a little tidbit, snippet of information into my life as a full-time traveler. If you are curious, yes, we sold our stick home 4.5 years ago now, and we have lived on the road in a fifth wheel ever since. All right, so this particular project, I would love to add the baker's twine because it is already assembled and she had the DSP go to the edge. I will be having it run across the back, which does use more of the product. I could, if I wanted to get really fancy, I could try to sneak it under here, which I just felt, and I think I could actually slip it underneath the border layer. So we'll see if I can do that. And then I brought out more sequins. So I have Artistry Blooms sequins, and she has two Artistry Blooms sequins already on here, and then one very light lavender, very nice matching rhinestone in a style that I do not have. So I will probably leave that one there. I may try to do a small clear, but we will see because I'm going to do this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have prepared my sample needle. This is my bread twine. It actually isn't bread twine. It was a twine that held together something that had a cord of some variety, like a USB cord probably. And I've just left the length on the roll. This is the Essentials Combo Pack Baker's Twine. And I'm gonna see if I already did a little bit of a feel for, you know, where the dimensionals are. So this actually angles up. I believe there's a dimensional or two. I can feel them in a way that I can't get the needle through the middle. So I'm going to pull it through, and my plan is to tack down on this side. I will sneak under a dot And like I said, I am going to attempt to put the twine behind the purple, and we'll see if it doesn't make it too thick. We don't have to worry too much. It's going to be going in that full business envelope size envelope for giving. It does look like on this side I can safely tuck, or I have safely tucked. I have not used a dot yet. And then I will do the same thing on this side. I will tack this down with a dot, and then I will have not used an abundance of twine, which is good because, as you can see, I'm almost out of my twine. So I just placed an order, and this twine is going to have to last me a very long time, many months, which might be a challenge. So I might have to see what I can do about that. So I'm going to snip this off, not very long, so I can tuck it in. And then I will be doing a bow for along here, or I might put it right here on the left of that label. I'm going to make a bigger bow. So one of the things, this is sort of a cheat, but if you get paper pumpkin or you've been thinking about paper pumpkin, I keep every single embellishment that I get from paper pumpkin in a separate area that I can dig through, and I can guarantee you that I will be able to, knowing I can't do an order for the next few months, I will be able to go through my paper pumpkin and I will find a twine. They do a lot of white twine. They do a lot of sequins, lots of twine and ribbon, and I keep it all and I use it in emergencies. Like what I anticipate will happen here is that I will not have enough twine to last me the winter. So I've got my bow. I'm gonna grab a dot, and I will be able to use this dot for double duty. I'm gonna tuck it underneath and put the bow right here, and I believe that will be perfect. I usually use my take your pick tool, and I will often take just a portion of a dot. These dots are the second smallest size, and so here is a dot for me to just tuck in there. And that looks perfect. Next, I'm going to see about sliding this side underneath. Like so. And I think I'm seeing this is coming out a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead with you. In this case, I will tell you I have used my glue dot. I used 3 different small pieces. I'm going to tuck him in there, and there I have now secured the twine on the one side. Here's one trick. I take this is just a portion of one of the dots, and even if I can get a smaller piece than that, I usually will take it, especially if I'm just doing a little tucking. I don't want it to bulge up the ends really thick, and that is exactly what I wanted as far as the twine goes. And now let's add some sequins. Now I like my odd numbers, so I already know that it's going to be 5 or 7, and probably won't use the blue because it's not lavender enough. If it was more of a periwinkle, I could probably have gotten away with it. So one of the areas, and I'll probably, because it's such a large card, sorry about that, such a large card, is I'm going to go for the, actually I see something, since I like the dark, this color, I have a couple of this dark color, yes, those are the same, and I will probably put one over here, trying to get some balance on the ends. I'm doing them in little groupings. I just want to see if I can see now if I pick this up. This has been on this card since the person created it, and so often you get this sticky. I should probably show you that you can very carefully peel this up. There was the sequin that was there, and I'm going to carefully, I don't even really want to move it from there, but I want to show you what this looks like. So with careful, slow, just using your fingers, you can pick off, and there is no remnant of the sequin there. All right, so I have groups now. I have 3 groups, and then 1 single. So I am going to have to add some adhesive to the back of that sequin that I just pulled off because I want it moved. I have then taken a dot and I have cut it into more sections because I only need a very small piece. I'm putting it actually almost where it was. I'm looking at the balance. I think I'd like something over to the far left. Small. Actually, in this one. Put that there. Just about done. Alright, I think I like this. I think that the card with the added twine and added sequins is very full and lush looking. This is all I've got for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them here on the video. I will have all of the supplies used over on my blog. I will also add the dimensions of this for you. It is, I believe, 8.5 by 3.5. Yeah, 8.5 by 3.5. So it's basically starting with an 8.5 by 7 base scored down the center. So I will be having more of these. I have a bunch of these cards that I got as swaps and that I've made, so I will be having these on Sundays here and there to be able to get through all of this, all of my stash, so I can let them go. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.